Hey there YouTube and Kickstarter. I'm Joe, you're watching my channel Ink&Iron, and I'm here today with a review of the NexTool Explorer E20. So this is their new utility knife holder, and it has some really cool features that I'm excited to show you today. So first off, I've just loaded up some fresh blades, and so I'm going to show you how to get them out of the tool. You're going to slide your little thumb stud over to the left and pull all the way back down here. You can hear it engaging with the blades inside. So now I'm going to slide it to the left again, and I'm going to stick out the blade. I do have a partial depth position here. This is about 6 millimeters or 3/16, well, just under 1/4 inch of blade projection here. This is enough to cut paper and tape and actually cardboard. I went ahead and took a clip of me cutting cardboard with it just to prove that this amount of blade projection is enough to do, relatively mundane tasks, the stuff that we're all doing every day, opening packages, slicing things, etc. And this is also a much safer position to have a blade sticking out if you've got kids or pets running around. If I want full blade projection, I go ahead and move the thumb stud left and advance the slider again until it locks in position there. This is my full cut capacity. It's about 17 millimeters. Right around like 7/16 of an inch. So yeah, a little under a 1/2 inch, not quite the full halfway mark on these utility blades, but plenty for me to do at work. I'm a woodworker, so I'm often slicing plastic and wood and fabric materials for upholstery stuff, and this is enough to get my daily tasks done. If I need to reverse the blade to keep on cutting, I'm going to go ahead and move my thumb stud left again and push forward. Now I'm unlocking the blade from the mechanism. I can pull it out, flip it around, make sure I'm engaging that thumb stud, slide the spent end into here till it stops, let go, pull back, and now I'm locked into my normal slider mechanism again with the fresh half of the blade. Now, if I need to reload the blade, this is my favorite part. So when I need a fresh blade, I go ahead and pull out the old one. I simply pull back and push forward. NexTool calls this a magazine-style blade chamber, and I deeply appreciate this when I'm doing heavy cutting tasks, which I am doing regularly. And I'm also crudding up my utility blades pretty often with glue and paint and all kinds of stuff. So being able to quickly reload with a fresh blade is really invaluable. And then I actually find myself opening the blade door and putting my old ones in the back so that the next time I'm at the sharps container, I can go ahead and just like dump them out and reload some new blades and then keep on rolling. And as you just saw, in order to reload here, we flip around to the back of the tool. You can see this little push indicator here. That's telling you to push the tab out of the way so you can get the door open. Go ahead and hold the door open, slot your blade in there, make sure it's landing in those little notches right there. Close it back up. Total blade capacity, I'm not sure the maximum, but you can easily fit 3 blades in here, no problem. And NexTool sent this to me with 3 blades inside. So I'm thinking 3 is the maximum, but I actually don't have any extra blades. In terms of other features that this tool has going for it, so you do have a pocket clip. Works pretty well. This is a fairly flat design. So in imperial thickness, we are looking at about a 1/2 inch. In terms of a metric, we're looking at maybe a centimeter if you're not counting the pocket clip, maybe 15 millimeters if you are. Overall length, looking at about 105 millimeters. And the imperial size, 4 1/8 inches. The overall width here is looking like 1 1/4 inches. Overall width in metric, right about 32 millimeters. And of course, we'll take a weight on this tool. Okay, let's take the weight of this tool, and let's go ahead and get these blades out of here. And I know I could open the blade door and pull these out, but It is almost like a fidget toy to reload this, so I prefer to do it that way. So the weight in grams, looking like 89.8 grams, and weight in ounces, 3.17 ounces, so fairly lightweight for the big chunk of steel that you're getting here. Let's go ahead and get these blades back in place. And one challenge I've had this week is that sometimes the pocket clip moves over to the point where the blade door doesn't want to open. All you need to do to fix that problem is just get it out of the way. When you have the blades in there, it adds tension underneath the door here, and so the blade door actually pops open due to this spring mechanism back here. As you can see, it has a big honking pry bar at the back here, and I have been using this the last 2 weeks. I've been testing this tool out. It's perfect for like opening paint cans or cans of Rubio Monocoat, which I use every day at work. This lanyard hole is here in case you have to tether the tool if you work at an elevation or something like that on a scissor lift. This isn't going to fall and you have to go retrieve it from the floor. On the front here we do have a cap lifter bottle opener mechanism. I have not tried this, but it is actually kind of hard to fail to open a bottle with a big chunk of steel, so I have no doubts that this will work. Also on the cap lifter prongs here you have a Phillips number 2 driver and a flathead, as indicated by these little pictograms right here. I will say the reach is pretty short on these. If I had to make a suggestion to a future iteration of this tool, make this a 1/4 inch hex opening. If you made it a 1/4 inch hex opening, you could fit a normal driver bit in here like that, use it in a 90-degree fashion, make the scale a little thicker and have like a little magnetic retention right there, and ditch the little shorties on the front here. I mean, I guess I'm happy to have them over nothing, but they haven't come in handy for me in the last 2 weeks, I'm not gonna lie. In terms of texturing for your hands, we do have some cutaways here. You can see mine are slightly misaligned. Not that that matters in use though. It just gives me a little bit of traction as I'm cutting with the blade here. And then on the front we have this, what I assume is a machined aluminum scale. So the scale is definitely aluminum, and this is black anodized finish. We do have in relief here some sort of PCB motherboard looking design, and I may in the future try and customize this with some epoxy or golf paint backfill and just make this thing really pop. I think you might be seeing a short from me on YouTube with regards to customizing this tool. Let's not forget on the back here we have a 7-centimeter ruler in case you've got to take a quick measurement of something. Overall, the construction seems really sturdy. You can see we have a considerable amount of steel underlying this thick aluminum scale. There's absolutely no play in this thing. I use the pry bar with all the confidence in the world, knowing that it's just a big chunk of metal. Over the course of 2 weeks, this has broken in nicely. I'd say the mechanism has smoothed out over the first day or two. I ended up kind of fidgeting with it a lot to get the feel for it. I was having some trouble at first, finding, the different stopping points on here, but it is basically a fidget slider, so it was no problem for me to get some practice in. And, just while I'm sitting there thinking, just messing with the mechanism. So it is rather satisfying to use. The final price point, I actually don't know about this tool because I was sent this for review by NexTool, which I appreciate, but you're gonna have to go and check out the rewards section on Kickstarter in order to figure out what this is going to cost you. And after 2 weeks, that's all I've got to say about the NexTool Explorer E20. Thank you for joining me today, and thanks to NexTool for sending this for review. I hope the Kickstarter goes well. I've been Joe, you've been watching Ink&Iron. For more stuff like this, like, sub, do the things, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.